Hello there, my name is James Hayward and I'm here to talk to you about Game of Thrones Season 5. It kicked off this week with episode 1 entitled The Wars to Come. Cersei's flashback to her experiences with Maddie the Frog was quite interesting. A few people online said it was a little bit creepy, but I thought it was quite an interesting way to kick off Season 5 of Game of Thrones. Season 5 picks up where Season 4 left off. Quite a lot happens in this episode, including the after effects of Tyrion's passing and all the people lining up with their condolences, and a lot happened, but nothing did. It set up a load of cool stuff and a load of cool storylines, and we get to see a lot of people, although we didn't get to see Arya or Dawn, but I guess we're going to have to wait until next week for those, and I just can't wait. In this episode we also got to see Brienne of Tarth and her squire. After the events towards the end of Series 4, she's a bit distraught and she doesn't really know what to do now, so I think it'll be quite interesting to see what happens with her this series. One of the big storylines that I was looking forward to most in this episode was Tyrion, and it didn't disappoint. Interplay between his character and Varys was quite interesting and engaging, and I can't wait to see more of them together as they travel across to Meereen. Speaking of Meereen, we also get to see Daenerys in this episode, and she's still learning how to rule in Meereen, but now she's got to deal with the Sons of the Harpy, who have now begun to stir up some trouble with Dany and her Unsullied. Another thing that she has to deal with is her dragons. She's losing control. Last season she had to chain 2 of her dragons up, and right from the off it shows us just how much control she has lost and just how big those dragons have got. To see them breathe fire was just incredible, and I really can't wait to see more from those dragons. We also get to spend some time at the wall. Jon Snow is really taking on a sort of leadership role, and we get to see him interacting with Melisandre, which is quite interesting. They have a little bit of back and forth in the cage as he goes up to the top of the wall. It was quite interesting. They just have such great chemistry, and I really can't wait to see them interact a bit more. It will also be interesting to see how Jon interacts with the two kings, Stannis Baratheon and Mance Rayder, the king beyond the wall. The bits with Stannis in this episode are quite short, and you get the sense that he's a kind of really straight to the point kind of guy. And he doesn't really do a lot, but that sort of fits his character, and I think it just worked quite well. Stannis gets Jon Snow to try and convince Mance Rayder to bend the knee so that he and his people will live and be allowed safely through the wall, which at the end of the day is what they want. But Mance refuses because he doesn't want to seem weak and afraid. That whole bit at the end with Melisandre burning Mance Rayder was just incredible. It was visually stunning, and it was clear that so many of those characters just couldn't watch. But no one seemed to want to do anything about it, except that is for Jon Snow. He stands up for what he believes in and puts an end to it there and then, which shows he's got really good leadership qualities. And as they've still got to choose a new Lord Commander, I really can't wait to see what happens with that. Overall, this episode was really good. They did a few things differently at the beginning. This episode, entitled The Wars to Come, doesn't do a whole lot in terms of moving things forward, but it does set up a lot of cool things, and I can't wait to see the rest of the series. If you saw the episode, let me know what you thought of it down in the comment. Give this video a like and let me know what you thought of it, as well as I am considering doing this on a weekly basis. And if I do, I'm not sure what days these videos will come out on, but I will promise to do them on a consistent basis if people like them. And click subscribe to see more. And I'll see you again real soon. Goodbye.